Hello, everyone. My name is Rugo Zenochusi. I am one of the learning advisors with GSDC. It is a pleasure to have you all in our exclusive demo session here. To start with, let me give you a brief introduction to GSDC. The Global Skill Development Council is an independent, neutral, international, and certification organization. Our organization are recognized by leading MNC organization, multiple global universities, and we are proudly accredited with ANSI and ABICB, that is the American National Standard Institute, and the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies. Our portfolios include DevOps, Agile, L&D, Six Sigma, and many more. We have certified over 50,000 professionals worldwide. And coming to the mastermind behind our program, that is our advisory boards and subject matter experts. We have over 50 plus advisory members and SMEs from all over the globe, that is more than 30 countries, and they are affiliates from prestigious universities such as MIT, Yale, Stanford, Wharton, and Harvard. And these are the companies who believe in us in certifying their employees, such as Visa, EY, PwC, Tieto, and Johnson. And coming to the main session for the day, that is Certified Learning and Development Professional. Certified Learning and Development Professional, CLDP, is an internationally accredited certification enhancing L&D competencies that are highly useful in preparing L&D professionals. And with that, once you registered with GSDC CLDP program, you will receive a live training for 2 hours every Saturday, which will be of 12 sessions. And you will also receive access to L&D Expert Talk series, self-paced e-learning videos, study materials in the form of soft copies, and 2 exam attempts with an exam voucher of 1 year validity. And once you clear the exam, you will receive a certification and digital badge, which will be a lifetime validity. And as you can see the sample here, sample certificate and the digital badge here. And we have our learning advisor here, Deepak Sharma. He is a very talented and award-winning professional, life and wellness coach, an HR, L&D, and a career consultant, and also the author for Your Thought Matters. So now I hand over the session to our learning advisor, Deepak Sharma, to take you through the agenda for the day.
All right, thank you very much, Rugo. Thank you very much for the brief introduction. All right, let me take this opportunity to wish all the participants who are here a warm good evening to all of you, and Happy New Year to all of you in your respective territory. This Certified Learning and Development Professional Certification Program, which is what we have specifically designed for working professional across the world. I think if you ask me individually, I have been able to deliver these sessions over the last 5 batches. And the kind of response that we have got from all the professionals across the world throughout all the batches has been quite overwhelming. And that not only gives us confidence, but also motivation to reach out to more people and help them get this accreditation, which is what you saw in Rugo's presentation, how it can actually help you to enhance not only your competencies, but also accreditation when it comes to global standards. I will be sharing a small piece of presentation to give you a little gist of what do we do. Just give me a quick second so that I can share my screen with you. Well, just to give you a little feel of these live virtual sessions and classes, we will have a question and answer session posts a small piece of presentation as well. So, like Rugo also mentioned, and I really want to elaborate on that. And just in case if any one of you will have any question, you can please make a note of it or use a chat box response to seek clarification. So, Certified Learning and Development Professional, which is what we call in short CLDP, from GSDC, is an internationally accredited certification enhancing L&D competency that are highly useful in preparing L&D professional. Not only for L&D professional, but even for those who are aspiring to be an L&D professional with the science of talent development in organization, corporate training, performance management, and succession planning as well. And I will also give you a quick run through about the course content that we'll be covering. In fact, we will try to give you as much as brief as possible from here on. And just like you heard my colleague Rugo sharing with you how the course content is designed. So number one, it is international. It has internationally recognized certification, which is verifiable with the lifetime validity. There are certain verification which are available and quite popular across the world, but they have limited validity. So every year, or maybe in 3 year, or maybe in a tenure of 5 year, you are required to renew that. But this certification will come with a lifelong validity, which is the biggest plus point it has. The course content, as you would have seen in Rugo's presentation, it is taken and compiled from various thought leaders, deans, professors, and academic affiliates from such prestigious universities as Yale, MIT, Stanford, and Harvard. So this is what actually gave us the extra edge about the content that we have. Moreover, you will also have, because this is a virtual platform, and you will have access to entire CLDP e-learning modules also. And time and again, you will also be given the opportunity to attend to the industrial expert session through various e-learning sessions. And you will become the part of our global community, which has gone up to 50,000 certified professionals across the world. And the certification is trusted by organizations across 90 countries. And in fact, you would have seen that we have also worked very closely with some of the renowned organizations. And fortunately, I've had the opportunity to conduct these corporate sessions. And Kindle is there, and then we have Accenture is there. So we were able to certify these L&D professionals and help them progress in their career and design a lucrative L&D intervention for their respective organization. So the CLDP, in short, we call it the roadmap. This is the course outline that we have. We are going to possibly cover everything that you can think of under the TND or LND domain. So the sessions that we have here, you can see we start with training and development education. So this is exactly as per the curriculum that we have, basis on the examination that you will have virtually. And then we are going to talk about each and every topic which you can think of in great details during the virtual and interactive session. So this is what we will be covering in detail. So we'll talk about training and development education and how by and large it is applicable using some global tools and technologies to give you a varieties of idea how you can learn best practices. Then training skills and techniques, we are going to talk about that in session 2. In session 3, we are going to get into a lot more detail about learning and learning styles. My individual experiences, because I have had the opportunity to interact with the corporate employees and the weekend batches also. Uh, the experience that participants have, despite of the fact they come from an average tenure of 5 to 10 years, they find it quite new, quite refreshing and innovative. Because the kind of the methodology and the course content that we use. The session 4 will talk about designing the end-to-end training policies and procedure. And in a way, this will also help you to refine your existing training policies just in case if you're looking at that as well. So the idea here of sharing the entire CLDP roadmap is not to give you the overall course content outline for the sake of certification, but also give you an idea how you can go deep and develop a comprehensive end-to-end understanding about the L&D domain. Then we'll talk about something very interesting about the training need assessments and the modern tools that we can possibly use. Designing of a training plan, which is the end-to-end intervention. Various T&D program that you can think of for your respective organization. Competency-based training, which is the hot icing on the cake nowadays, because every organization is competency driven now, and most of these organizations nowadays are following the competency driven frameworks. So how you can think of designing an end-to-end competency based training intervention, we're going to talk about that. And obviously new employee training, which is what in most of the places people call induction and orientation of new hired. That is also there, and how you can be more innovative about introducing new concepts and new ideas. And then MDPs, which is Management Development Program, mentoring and coaching. 12th session will talk about computer-based training, which is about e-learning concepts. And then further on, evaluation of training, effective T&D, and train the trainer. So this is just to give you a quick snapshot of what we will be covering in detail. I think what we can do, because we have different participants joining from different part of the world, and I'm very happy to see most of you from there. Just in case if you have any question, anything you want to ask or seek clarification, you can either use a chat box response or feel free to unmute yourself.
Hi, Deepak. This is Diana. Thank you so much for your brief overview of what the course is. I just have a question on when it comes to assessments, what is the kind of assessments that we are required? Is it just multiple choice, or are we required to also do some kind of like a presentation, or submit, some materials that we have designed, or give you a competency-based plan that we have formulated for our organization, things like that. Is it like an assignment as well involved, or is it just purely multiple choice and that's it? Thanks.
Thank you very much, Diana, for asking this question. And I'm sure other participants might be thinking of this. So what we have done at GSDC, we have tried to keep things pretty simple. All right, because most of the thing that we do during the interactive session, right? So the certification or the examination will have only objective type questions, only one examination, for which will be given 2 attempts. And I think Rugo is going to talk about the examination format little later on, since you have asked this question. So just to give you a quick brief and a quick response on that, it is going to be 100% objective based examination, which will be an online examination. And other than that, you do not require anything else. I hope that answers your question to an extent, if not 100%.
Yes,
Hi,
it did.
Diana.
Thank you.
And I could see, I think David is raising hand. David, you can please unmute yourself if you have anything to say.
Okay. Thank you, Shama, for that good presentation. Quite inspiring. I have 3 questions to you. Number 1, you talked about the certification being verifiable with lifetime validity.
Yes.
Now, I'm just concerned about how dynamic learning can be, because the same certification may not be valid in the next 10 years based on the dynamism. There are changes that happens. So I wanted just to clarify on that.
Okay.
And then number 2, I'm also curious, because where we work, we talk about coming up with a budget, a learning budget, training budget, where we need to be captured in the session that you've mentioned there. I also wanted to clarify on that. And the last one, many times when you do a proposal for the senior management, they ask about return on investments.
Mhm.
Just mention something on that. How do we justify to the organization that this
Okay.
training will bring value to the organization? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, David. I just need a quick clarification so that I can respond to you appropriately. Are you looking because last two clarification that you're seeking, that looks to me more like an organization session that you're looking at, because you talk about ROI and justifying to the management. I just wanted to clarify, are you seeking the responses only for yourself, or you're looking at the overall organization training intervention?
Overall
Okay.
training implementation.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. So let me just quickly respond to the first question. I made a note of it. First one was the validity, right? So I don't want to comment on the other organization and global institution, who are doing these kind of certification, and they have validity which is expiring or getting renewed in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, or they have a license condition attached to it. However, with GSDC, because we are more concerned about networking and expansion and making sure that we expand globally in order to not only to equip resources, but also in terms of creating that positive impact. And that's why GSDC CLDP certification does not come with any kind of validity issue. All right. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Okay, now when we talk about ROI and the other factor, how do you justify the cost factor to the management, or in a way, how do you propose? In that case, I would suggest to you, or in fact, Rugo is here. We have a separate team which deals into corporate sessions. Okay, this one is specifically for individuals. So if you're looking at, how do we justify to a management, and how do we represent the ROI factors? In a way, our team can help you design that proposal. All right. So
Okay.
I'm making a note of it. And because these sessions are recorded, so I'm sure the concerned team will get in touch with you and help you out to design a proposal, which in a way will help you to achieve your objectives. Thank you very much for participating today and asking the question. Uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think there were a couple of other hand raised. I'm so sorry. I could not take those responses, but just in case if you want, you can please raise your hand again. In the meantime, let me read some chat responses, and let me read out. Okay, there are a lot of chat responses. Please allow me some time before I read. Okay, so I think Faith is saying, do you share class recording after session? Yes, every session is recorded, especially the weekend session that we have, including this one. And we understand that for some of the participant, it may not be feasible because of personal professional engagement to participate in these session on a regular basis in a continuity, despite of the fact, these are all weekend session, but you do get access to the recording session. My recommendation still is that try to participate as much as possible in these sessions, because these are live interactive sessions wherein you not only you ask questions, but we do a lot of group exercises and group discussion based activities, and in a way it helps you to memorize these concepts. But the recording is there. I think, David, you wanted to say anything? Your mic is on mute, please. Okay. Uh, okay, Nitesh, you are raising your hand. You can please
Yeah,
unmute
hi
yourself
Deepak.
and speak. Yes, please.
Yeah, hi Deepak. Am I audible?
Please speak. Yes, you are.
Yeah. So as I understand, first of all, thanks for taking
Mhm,
this session
mhm.
and giving the brief understanding about the program. So
Yeah.
my question is, let's say you spoke about the 14 sessions. So
Mhm,
I'm anticipating that we may get, let's say, 14 books, and on the 14 books on each topic, probably, and then probably on the each topic there will be a one session which will happen on a weekly basis,
mhm,
and then probably there will be a test based on each topic. So
mhm.
this is how the entire program is designed, or is it something that that we are missing on?
Okay. So thank you, Nitesh, for asking this question. Let me clarify. Number one, all these sessions are already pre-scheduled. All right, like I said that, so every Saturday, unless we have some sort of engagement due to participants non-availability. And in fact, last year we had one weekend session clashing with 31st of December. So participant requested, they want to just go out and celebrate and have a weekend New Year celebration. So we skipped that session. Otherwise, we have all these sessions scheduled already. So these live sessions are happening on each topic. And then other than that, we have a handout, which is chapter wise, which is shared with the participant, followed by the recording only. So these are the only three material that you get from GSDC, which are more than enough for you to not only memorize the concept and understand, but also clarify your certification examination. I hope it answers your question.
Yeah, yeah. May I ask another question, Deepak?
Yes, please.
So actually, I was exploring many other L&D programs that are available in the market, and I got to know that there is a ATD is also available. CL Certified Professional Development is
Yeah.
also there, and recently I got to know that the KPMG also conduct these sort of program. So
Yes.
my straightforward question to you, because as a L&D professional, I'm not sure that which program I have to opt,
Okay.
right? So could you help me to answer this question? Why this program and why not others? Because every organization claims that they are internationally recognized, the certificate is
Yes.
has a lifetime validity, and all those features that you spoke about. So why
Absolutely.
this and why not others?
So, Nitesh, I think I don't want to be biased here because you're asking me a question on this platform wherein I have to. Obviously, I would say that GSDC is better because I am, as a professional, also associated with GSDC for quite some time. And, I don't want to influence your decisions or anybody's influence for that matter, because everybody would want to talk about that they are the best. Since you are at GSDC platform, but having said that, let me say a few things for your introspection and for you to decide. While I understand that you have varieties of options available, uh, there are only two things that I want to talk about, right? Because I'm personally engaged with these programs and these interventions for quite some time. Number one, across, and I don't want to name out any competitor here for that matter, right? Because the whole idea is not to downsize anybody and then promote ourselves. I don't want to do that. Um, Number one is the course outline that we have is quite practical in nature, wherein other institutions and other names that probably you are referring, I don't want to name anyone specifically. They highlight a lot of content and they talk a lot, but at the end of it, the implication is quite less, the impact is quite less. All right. And this is what actually distinguish us compared to many other that you probably might want to refer. But having said this, my suggestion is, you go through the outline, the costing and everything else, and see what are the parameters that suits your criteria best. And even if, jokes apart, even if you end up doing some other courses and if you realize that course is not enough, there's no door which is getting closed for you, for doing the GSDC CLDP certification from us after that.
Yeah, yeah.
But take your time, and I'm sure you, as an LLD profession, I can make out that you're anxious and conscious of making sure that you do the right thing. But the decision you have to take with all the options, just make sure that you look at the parameter, looking at various parameters that you have, the costing, the timing, the course curriculum. And I'm not sure if the other institution are also providing this kind of orientation for you. So if you get that kind of interaction, speak with them and get your doubt clarified. And whenever you feel like do that, I think that would be a better choice.
Yep, yep. Thanks.
Thank you. Let me quickly try and read out some more chat responses. Guru Raja, yes, there will be one session per Saturday. Total, we have 12 live session. Yes, you got it absolutely right. Shaheen is attending live session on a weekly basis, mandatory for us. No, no, no. Okay, I think Shaheen, that's a valid question. Like I clarified partially. No, it is not mandatory. It is recommended because you are paying for these session to attend these session. Because I'll tell you how it is going to help. These live interactive sessions are designed in such a manner that with each session It will help you to internalize and memorize these concepts. And most of the people who attend these regular sessions, they have a very high chances of clearing the examination without much of the hard work, or taking tension for the certification examination. Having said that, these sessions are not mandatory. Number two, you have the option of accessing the recorded session, but you can plan that way. Mm, was okay. Hello. If you miss any session, okay. I think I have some responses also from GSDC, the participant. Yes, you can see that, from GSDC, Rugo has already shared her email communication with you. You can please refer to the chat box. And in case if you still have any query you require further clarification, please feel free to reach out to her. Okay, so we have most of the query. I think.
Sorry,
Yes,
Deepak, just
please.
one more question.
Uh-huh.
I just want to know, is there a peer group that we can tap into, or, we can network with just to bounce off ideas or,
Yeah.
just sharing best practices, basically, apart from the certification, I suppose it's important also to have a network of like-minded L&D professionals. So I was just wondering, is that something that can be, like as part of a particular cohort that you are, that you do the certification as part of this particular group of people, and they become your peer group? Is that something that works? Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's a good idea. I mean, in fact, for the past two batches, we have started this. Earlier, that was not happening. Thanks to the COVID scenario, that we are more aligned virtually. So what we did with our previous two cohort batches, we had a WhatsApp group altogether, and for all those who are open for networking, because not everybody is comfortable. And we have a GSDC community also, because once you are a part of GSDC, so you join the global network that we have. Especially for the weekend batches, we have a specific cohort group for all the participants who are willing to join in a group. And they were all free to have an interactive session, even outside the normal weekend session. Most of them are still in touch with me, and other than the normal session, if they require any assistance, we are reaching out to them and help them out. But to be very honest with you, the 2 hour session that we have are more than enough to network enough, because the kind of exercises that we are doing, they're all dynamic in nature. And other than that, if participants are okay, they can form a separate groups and uh, study in the group classes or whichever way they feel comfortable with. We have that in place already.
Sweet, thanks.
Yeah. All right. I think more or less we are through with what we are supposed to do. Just in case if you still have any question, you can type in your responses or feel free to ask your question. I'm glad that some of the participants were comfortable and open enough to ask these questions. It's better you clarify. I think Dinesh, you already unmuted yourself. Looks like you want to say or ask anything.
Yeah, hi Deepak. Good evening. So I'm
Yes.
already a part of learning professional in this journey. So
Very
it's been a
nice.
month that I am taking the certification. I just thought to say hi. I've been attended a couple of sessions
Oh,
as well,
wonderful.
and
Wonderful.
yeah.
Wonderful. So why
So
don't you share your experience, since I got you online? Thank you for
yeah,
joining.
it was very good, and even I took this opportunity just to thank you, so that people also feel convinced about there is someone already who is part of the session. So I thought, let me just come and give my out of confirmation on this. So,
Uh-huh.
guys, please go ahead with this. I've also done enough of research. I've done, gone through core and all that stuff, and I find this is pretty cool in terms of you getting what that you need. One thing which I would say, if you want me to tell you what is that made me so convinced about this part of certification, is even if you're not an L&D professional, this is something which you can take. So it's like that. It's literally teaching you the alphabets of what is A in L&D, what is B in L&D. It's like that. So it's not that something that you should be in somewhere advanced in your career or somewhere who already have a prior experience in L&D. It's not like that. Any individual who aspire to have a career in L&D can go ahead with this course. So thank you, Deepak. And one quick question which I have just to
Yes,
seek
please.
clarification on. So I have not able to make for the last two sessions, the Saturday live sessions.
Okay.
So while someone was answering, just my headset was not working properly. So I'd like to hear
Mhm.
from you. Is there any scope that I can get those sessions back? Because I have the recordings available, but they were
Okay.
there till I think June or July, which were not the December sessions or something. So is there
Okay.
any way that I can hear to those sessions which I've missed in the
Mhm.
last two?
Okay, so you're missing more or less the virtual interaction, because you already have the recording. Well, I'm making a
Yeah.
note of it right now, and I got Rubu from the support team here. I think I'm not committing anything, but there's a possibility. As and when those sessions are going to get live, possibly you can have the opportunity to attend those sessions. But having said that, Dinesh, I'll speak to the support team if that can be done, and accordingly, the same communication will be with you. And you can still write to Rugo on the support email ID. I'm sure you already have it. And
Yeah.
just check the dates and the schedule when those particular sessions that you missed out are lined up. Okay, but thank you very
Yeah.
much for joining today and sharing your experiences. I also remember, I think, a few weeks ago you were there, a part of the virtual
Yeah.
session. So thank you
So we were only
for.
three participants that time, and we made
Oh,
it so
yes, yes.
lively. And yeah, yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much for joining in, and thank you
Thanks,
for.
Deepak.
And I'll
Yeah.
made a note of what you are looking at, and we'll try to get that done for you as well. Thank you very much.
Sure.
And I think
Thank you, Deepak.
to take from what Dinesh just said, he rightly made a strong point that it is not meant for only for those professionals who are there in L&D domain for quite some time. In fact, for those who are starting their career as an L&D professional, or maybe thinking of changing and switching their gears to L&D or T&D domains, it can be a good session from them. In the meantime, I can see Anupama is raising hand. Anupama, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Deepak.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but I would like to tell everyone that you will have access to all the deliverables for a lifetime.
Yeah.
You can
Yes,
continue.
because yeah, thank you very much, Rugu, for that clarification. So, like I said, I think somebody asked me this question. So, the association is not bounded with some sort of validity. I think we're looking for a long-term networking. In fact, a lifelong networking, and we're expanding. We're expanding every day globally. So, it's a wonderful opportunity if you can, be a part of it. I think Anupama, you wanted to speak. You're already unmute. Please speak.
Yeah, thank you, Deepak. So thanks for giving this opportunity. I'm actually proud to say that I have finished the certification last year, I think in August. So why I joined this session is mainly to, first of all, say that the content was really helpful, especially the conference. In fact, my experience was like I finished all the mandatory sessions that I had to take. And then I went to the ones that were optional. And that content was pretty exhaustive. And that's when a light bulb, it kind of blew my mind away, because that was really very, very useful. It kind of opened up so much that it gave me so much of confidence that I'm on the right track, because I have been in the senior management roles for 20 years, and L&D has been very close to me. So I wanted to switch my career path, and I was looking for certifications, did all kinds of research, and I ultimately landed here. So the mandatory sessions are definitely good for understanding, like I forgot the name the other person was mentioning. You learn the basics, the ABCs of L&D, but then those conferences are the ones which will really open up and bring in that that awareness and the confidence both as to why L&D is so crucial for now, it is now that it is so important. And then it brings us that confidence to move ahead. So I'm very happy to say that that particular confidence that GSDC brought inside me. So now to take it further, the things that I would like to request is, I think you all did a conference in 2022 on L&D. It was all conducted in India, but I'm not in India, so I couldn't personally go and attend. They were all in-person conferences. You guys conduct such beautiful conferences, those contents, even if it has to be paid or membership, I would love to see how I can access that content. Because I have gone through the website and I'm actually listening to Navigate 22. That's again another thing that's opened up my like what is coming in. We need to know what's coming up in L&D, and this is definitely giving me that insights, what's coming up in the future, what kind of tools are available, and what everybody else are doing. So it is improving my knowledge. It is giving me a lot of confidence to step out and say that, I am in the L&D path and I can do something here and I know what's going on. So that's one request that I have, to make that conference content somehow available, because those are really useful. I think 21 content is part of the course. I really enjoyed it. 22, if you can make it available, it'll be really helpful.
Yes. Thank you very much, Anupama. I think
Yes,
Rugo, please.
Yes, sorry, Anupama, to add to it, we have our Chief Learning Officer Summit that would be held this month. So I would be sharing the link with you.
Thank you so much. I look forward to it.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Rugo. And Anupama, yes, for sharing your experience with us. In fact, post-COVID, technically things have opened up by the end of last year only, and that was the officially first conference that happened. But going forward, since things are getting normal worldwide, this is what we are also looking at. And I'm sure right communication will be there, as Rugo said, she will be sharing with you. And I think it will be a wonderful opportunity to have a face-to-face in-person interaction with all of you. And like you also mentioned, the other advantage that comes along with this entire package is access to the interactive session from the industrial expert. All right, and this is not something while you will be doing the course only. This is lifelong. In fact, if I tell you the truth, I sometimes, if I'm not busy with any other ongoing programs or session, I attend to these informative sessions, which are quite enlightening in nature. So thank you very much for sharing that with us. Do we have anything else? I think we are closing on time now. Before I hand it over to Rugo, just in case if you have anything to say or ask, feel free to use chat box response or unmute yourself and ask. Otherwise, we have a support team who is there away from an email only. Just write down to us and you'll get all your doubts clarified. All right, just like I say in my normal session, almost 1 minute silence means nobody has to say anything. So I presume that would be all from my side. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining and participating in this session. And now I hand over to Rugo for further proceedings. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deepak, for such a wonderful session. I hope you have cleared all our doubts. And I would like to also inform everyone of you that if you registered with us, then you will have access to free access to all our webinars and summits that will be held. And for that, you can get in touch with me. I have just typed in my email there, so you can just get in touch with me here, and my phone number here as well. So you can directly DM me as well. And you can also check our website here. The link is on the chat box. And after some time, I will be sharing the CLO Summit link with every one of you. I hope to see you everyone there. Please register yourself there. Any questions?
No, as of now.
This Saturday you will be starting with the first session, right?
Oh, no, we are on the sixth session for this batch at the moment.
Okay.
So what I can do is I can share the recordings, a demo recording with you. You can have a look at it.
Okay.
And if you'd like, you can register with us and I can share the full recording with you.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right.
Sorry, just one more question. So if I enroll for this program, when will my start date be? If I enroll in this program this Saturday, will the next Saturday be the very first session I attend and it'll be a live first session, or will I be watching a recording because you're already on a sixth session? Do you
Diana,
get
it
what I'm
is a
saying?
self-paced learning. So yes, it is a self-paced learnings and it does not have a start or end date. We usually have this live training on batches. So this is the six sessions that we are having. And if you would like, I can share the recordings with you. You can have a study on that and you can join it on the seventh session with us. And once the 12th session, all the 12 sessions are complete, we will start from the first session again.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
I think Dinah, probably you are asking that this is probably a orientation session which talks about why this program and why not. And after this program, probably we need to register for that. And then
Yeah,
only
Yes,
this
that's
learning
correct.
and everything will get started, right?
Yes.
yeah, I got that. I was just wondering, I thought we would go in an order, like I will start with session 1, session 2, but since you're already on session 6, and if I enroll
Sure.
now, I join session 7. Is my understanding correct? And then I will go back to the session 1. Is that right?
So Dinah, if I can answer this question perfectly, well, I understand, that we are already 6 sessions through and most of you might be thinking that ways. Let me tell you, it is just the session sequence that we have aligned. For us, session number
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 are aligned the way we want it. When it comes to certification, you just need, it is, so like I said before, it is not mandatory for you to attend all these sessions. So let's say, for example, there are many participants who do not require to attend the first session because they have basic level understanding. So for example, after hearing the recording, if you realize that you need to attend that live session, what you can do, you should skip the examination part because you will have 1 year validity for that, and join that live session and then appear for the examination anytime you want it. So the good part is that you have the flexibility to appear for the examination anytime you want. But we
Got it.
recommend participant that, at least go through the live session. And let me tell you, because I have been in touch with all the participants, there have been participants because of some genuine reason, they cannot participate in all the sessions. And obviously, once they have attended one live session, once they have a taste of a live session, they simply do not like any sort of other thing happening. Let me tell you that also. And but the problem is that they have certain commitment, and after the live session, they realize that they have developed that kind of understanding. If you feel that you still have to attend the live session, like Rugo said, that once we will have the session again, you can attend to this session.
Cool.
All right. So that flexibility is quite there.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking that, oh,
Mm.
I'm joining halfway through. Like I'm going to be part of the 7th live session, and everybody would have, like prior knowledge because they've sat through all
Yeah,
6 sessions
Diana,
before.
to
But
add
no,
on
I
to
get it.
that, see, so what we are doing, we are totally working on 12 sessions. So once the 12th session is over, from next Saturday, we'll again start from the first one. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for a
I got
help,
that.
what
Yeah.
I can do after this session, maybe 1 or 2 days, I can provide you with the schedule of the ongoing session. So you can check on
Sweet.
what topic we are, right? So if
Yeah.
you want, for example, if you want to register now, you can register and then you can go with the e-learning process, right? You can go with the study material and expert talk series. And once we are completing our 12th session, then again from the next Saturday, you can start the first session.
Perfect. Yeah. Got
That
it.
would be
Thank you.
helpful for me too.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, David.
Yeah, I'm just getting curious. I haven't registered and I'm also planning to register.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to begin with the live session with session 1 and I'm alone, will you attend to me or we have to be a quorum?
I didn't get it.
Okay, let me repeat.
Yeah.
Since you've already said you're in session 6, is that what you said?
Yes, right now we're on session 6 for this coming Saturday.
Okay, this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
Assuming I register this week, and then I begin to attend this coming Saturday, and I wanted to begin with session 1. Would that be made possible, or I have to begin with session 6?
No, so that the same thing which I have mentioned to Diana, you have to start with 6. But what we can do that, as already we'll be providing you with the login access to all the recordings of the previous sessions, right? So till then, if you're not comfortable in sitting in the middle of the session, you can use and go with the upcoming session or maybe the previous session. You can go and check the previous session. You can go and work on some self-paced e-learning video. And once we are done with the 12th session, from once we'll again start with the first one, we'll provide you with the link of the first session.
Okay, are the lessons interactive?
Yeah, I mean, because we have candidates from all across the globe, right? So they have their own thoughts of process for all the different questions which trainer will ask. So it will be a one-to-one session. That's why we ask our candidates, to join these sessions so that you can do doubt clarification as well and you can interact with other candidates.
Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you.
Yeah, no issues.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Varun.
Hi, actually, this is my first seminar. I'm new into this. Basically, I'm into academics and I'm part of L&D. I have also designed syllabus for the many colleges and universities. And I'm into academics. Now, I want to start my something my own. Is there any program where I can learn something and start my something on and provide services to the different according to my experience? Yeah. Hello.
Yes, Varun. So I have pasted the URL for GSDC on the chat box. You can go have a look at it and then see our programs, check our programs. Okay, thank you everyone for attending the session today. I have pasted my email ID again. Please check your chat box and you can get in touch with me anytime. Thank you.